OK Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Serenity Championship is about to begin. Luke Elvey, Rich Bean here in the booth. This week, we're taking in the beauty of the Jacobson Homestead, Rich. What do the players face off the first tee?
Well, nothing beautiful about this except for the scenery. 496 yards from the back tees. Players must avoid the fairway bunker down the left-hand side off the tee, but don't bail out right. Some massive trees will block you out. Second shot slightly downhill to a green that slopes from right to left. Only 2 bunkers on this hole, Luke. Avoid them both at all costs.
Oh, I can't wait. Salivating to see how today's play goes. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 190 yards.
This is from miles away.
Little birdie look in here.
Was that a good line? Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Big putt for par coming up. So it'll be a par to start their round.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
He's in a share of third place. Let's go down to John McCarthy for our on-course report. And John, you've now had some time to walk the course this week before today's show. What are we in for today at the Jacobson Homestead?
Well, Luke, yes, I love walking around this rural setting. Not a whole lot of trouble to start off with, but things heat up quite a bit when you hit the 7th hole, par 4. Has a dogleg left and a few bunkers and trees to deal with off the tee. Back 9 opens with a narrow and lengthy par 5, but that's really as tricky as it gets. I guess it gets a little swampy on the 15th, but the water generally won't be a factor for many players out there in the field. They saved the most challenging tee shot for the 18th, which leads up to an elevated green for the approach. That will be a fun hole to watch this week. Hopefully provide some drama coming down the final stretch. Let's see what happens, guys.
There's 17 feet remaining to the hole. Oh, that's frustrating. This is a par putt. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Not bad.
Let's go to our man John on the ground. There's something brewing down there. Let's find out what it is.
Hello up there. We are checking in down here with Lydia Ko as she gets set.
Ah, what a shot from the bunker. Let's get back to it, shall we? Taking aim from about 180 yards here. Going with the hybrid. Oh, terrific approach and a chance for birdie here at the 3rd. This putt about 11 feet in distance.
This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
Beautiful shot. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. Now we're on the 4th tee here at Jacobson Homestead, and it's a par 3, playing 181 off the back tees.
Yeah, that's about as far as you're going to see this par 3 play, Luke. Player's going to go in there with the mid, probably shortish iron. Obviously, with the water on the right, you want nothing to do with that side as the bank severely slopes downwards. Bailing out to left of the bunkers, not so hot either. But with just a short iron in your hand, you think that these players are good enough to fire right at it, don't you?
Trying to get to 2 under with this putt.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
Well, that's a bit disappointing. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. Ouch, that hurts. And this one will be for bogey. And now we go to the 9th. And this happened a moment ago.
I gotta say, his short game is one of the best in the game.
Well, there's a scorecard saver, Rich. That's perfection. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Time to see what this par 4 has in store. Time to check in with Lydia Ko.
Second shot here.
Oh, that's a beauty. How about holding that one? Well, here's an unlikely player. A little bit of an underdog, you say?
Yes, but everybody on the PGA Tour can play. He's just an unknown quantity at the moment. I'm excited to watch.
Not sure if that's how they drew it up.
Coming up a little short with that effort. Not bad, though. This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 23 feet from the cup. An important par save.
Oh, you know you want to.
And he holds it. What a putt. Well, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
Checking in on the leaderboard, this player is currently tied for first with Lydia Ko. Let's see what happens here on the 6th. This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff. Rich, one of the big advantages for the experienced players on tour is their history around particular courses. But what advice would you give to the new players who are coming to a course for the first time and how to handle it?
I would say tread easily. Go in there and just try to get into a good rhythm on the golf course. Don't try and go out and try and hit too many heroic shots or go after too many flag sticks, because if you don't know what the consequences are if you don't pull off that shot, well, shame on you. So I think that the veterans obviously have more knowledge about golf courses, and they can say, oh, I don't want to miss it there because that's dead. I've seen it happen before. When you go into a new golf course, Luke, you got to go in with it and just try and play a little bit on the defensive side. Don't get too greedy. Don't try and make too many things happen. Go in there, find some fairways, find some greens, hole a few putts here and there, get some confidence going first before you start attacking pins.
Trailing by a couple of strokes now. This hole here is a par 4.
Trying to forget the bogey at the last and focus in on this one.
Nicely done. Time for the second shot here at the 7th. Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there. Oh, this would be a good putt to make, and with it, a share of 3rd spot.
Surely it's going to.
That's the way to bounce back. Good way to make up for the bogey at the last. And that'll move him to even par for the tournament. This hole is a par 3.
Nice birdie at the last. Let's see what they can produce here.
Going with the 5-wood. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one.
Slim chance for a birdie, but in all reality, 2-putt for par would be just fine.
Go to your home ball. Go to your home. Some momentum being built now. That's back-to-back birdies. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. That shot so good, we need to have another look.
What an amazing putt from way out.
John, what's going on out there?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Lexi Thompson as she gets set for her next shot here on the 10th.
Oh my, how about that for a par? And that'll promote a good move up the standings. Here we have a long par 4. It's going to take 2 great shots to get on. Well played, mate. I tell you what, there's been some great golf being played all over the course. Let's have a look at this.
Check this one out from the fairway bunker.
Now that's just a fantastic effort by Xander Schauffele. Xander Schauffele, delightful player out of San Diego, California. He's got that cool vibe about him. Came out one early a few times, but then he seems to have struggled to find that next step, hasn't he? He's sort of golf's almost man, except when he got that gold medal put around his neck.
I think that took his confidence to a place where it should have been in the first place, Luke. I think that this young man, he's got no weaknesses, very little weaknesses, if anything, in the game. I look at him and think, why hasn't he won more? Well, the problem is that he's put himself in contention so many times that there's only one person in the game that has won at a clip that he could have, and that's Tiger Woods. When you put yourself into contention as often as he does, you're just not always going to win. Somebody is going to come from back in the pack, shoot a great round, and you might struggle just a little bit, whatever the case. But yes, he hasn't closed as many tournaments as he would have liked, but he is there each and every week. I got to say, this kid he's a world beater. He's going to be phenomenal.
Atta boy, good shot. Oh my God, Rich, I don't even know who this player is. Look at this performance.
Kind of coming out of nowhere, but that's what makes this game so great, isn't it? Everybody loves a Cinderella story. Pretty good shot there.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Just a stroke behind the leader. And here we are with their 4th. Just 1 shot back now. Let's see if he can make this and keep the par on the card. Oh, that's a nice line.
That gets the job done.
Currently 1 under for the round. Teeing off here at the 11th. From about 100 yards. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
Uh-oh, this one's out, heading towards the rough.
That one seemed to get away from them, Rich.
And what a rare miss today. They've been so good with their approach shots.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Just didn't drop. And this one is for bogey. Let's check in with Lydia Ko from earlier. Always lovely to see a long-range bomb made. Let's recap it. Nice putt to make that one. So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. And now on the tee, coming off a bogey, trying to reclaim some momentum. Opting for the 5-iron.
This one's right of the green.
Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. Putting for birdie.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Yeah, that putt looked pushed. An opportunity here to move into a tie for first. And our intrepid on-course reporter, John, standing by.
Hey guys, we're checking in down here with Lexi Thompson as she gets set for her next shot here on the 14th.
Well, that should save them. That one from the sand. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Let's see what happens here at the 13th. Oh, that is crushed. Even for the day. Currently tied for first place. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. That's a bad error to make there. That's headed right. Wow. What happened there?
Distance control nearly impossible coming out of this rough.
Lovely touch. Well played.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. We find ourselves on the tee, one of the stronger par 4s on the back 9 here at Jacobson Homestead. The 14th playing 483, Rich, from the tips.
Yeah, generous landing area, thankfully out to the right-hand side. Obviously a bunker down the left, and if you miss it even further left, there's water lurking. But the second shot, this is where it gets slippery. This is where it gets dangerous, especially to a back right hole location. All of a sudden, the water down the right-hand side comes into full view. Bailing out to the left in the bunker, not so hot either. Tell you what, it takes a brave player to fire at this flag stick.
Even for the day. Currently tied for top spot. That's a touch of class.
Oh, Dr. Chapinski strikes again.
This hole is a par 5. And after that par, they're looking for something good here.
That drive heading straight towards the cut stuff.
Let's head to the last hole for this wonderful highlight.
Second shot.
Don't know about you, Beamer, but I would have loved to have hit a shot of that calibre. This one's headed towards the rough. That ball looked a little thirsty.
Playing their 4th shot. He's currently tied for the lead.
Setting up to play the shot here from the greenside rough. Ooh, that almost went down.
What's in front of them, Henny?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Ooh. Well, that's disappointing. This putt's for double. And a little slide down the standings after that hole. We find ourselves on a par 3 here.
Going with the 9-iron, I think.
This is a good time to get hot with the tournament on the line. Not a bad play, that one. Oh, this would be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2.
The dreaded shove. Always hurts on the greens.
And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place.
Yes, Luke, and only 2 holes to go in this event.
And there's highlights of plenty out there on the golf course. Let's take a look at this incredible shot.
Oh, Lexi Thompson. That is a touch of class. We're in awe.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Let's see what happens here at the 17th. Oh, well played. Opting for the 5-wood. Well, a little off the target with that one.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. It's tracking. And in it goes for the par. Sitting at 2 over for the day. Rich, we find ourselves at the finishing hole here at Jacobson Homestead, and it seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I'll tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe plate, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get it that close to the hole. I love the options you have on this finishing hole. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
And he's safely on the green with that shot. Well, this would be a bonus. This is a very long putt. Oh, just missed. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. And that's how he signs off on this event. And Rich, even without the win, it's fair to say this is a big-time week for this player.
Well, they got themselves in contention. They got a taste of what it takes to win on the PGA Tour. Didn't finish the week where they had hoped to, but I gotta say, this is a lot better than I think they possibly even expected to finish.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow.